right, we can go ahead. We can kick over to movies. Obviously, we've done it. We're at the big week here.
Okay.
I've seen Superman.
You can talk as much about it as you want, but I don't want any kind of like spoilers.
I'm not going to spoil it. Okay, I'm not going to spoil it for you. Because I will say the one thing that I have a problem and an issue with in the movie is a huge spoiler, and it's one that nobody is talking about. It's not the big one that people are talking about. And we will talk about that after you see it, because I'm curious how you react to it.
Okay.
It's not the big thing that people are talking about. There is one other thing that people are talking about. I did not have a problem with it. I knew about it going in. Matt knows about it because he and I have talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I understand why some people might. So I've seen Superman. I've been waiting for Superman all year. I mean, I can go through. I went hard. I got the cup.
You got the bucket, right?
I got the bucket. I got this bucket.
Okay.
This was probably the coolest one. And then the way they get you on this one, because the way it works at Regal is you have to buy like the drink in the bucket together.
Sure.
This one is 2 drinks because you get Superman and Lex Luthor.
Oh, look at that.
So they'll go on the shelf behind me. But I've seen Superman, and I feel like it's been a long road to this movie where like we've been talking for a long time.
It hasn't been though.
Is it? It hasn't been. That's the thing. It feels like it, but it hasn't been. But I feel like it's been back for like, is it going to be good? Do you think that they're going to pull it off? Is it?
Well, I think a lot of that.
Or is it going to be a disaster?
I think a lot of that too comes from like, this is the beginning of what's to come next. Like,
it is the beginning of the DC universe. Is what we're. It's not the E. It's the Gunverse. That's a better way to put it. I had a blast with it, but it's not perfect. It does have some issues. I think our, Eric, who used to be on the show, he was talking with us today, and the thing what he was asking is like, could his kid see it? And that's the first thing I'll say is this is probably the most kid friendly live action Superman movie that's ever been made. It's very colorful. The crypto is a huge part of the movie, and I will say even in the audience even for the audience that I saw the movie with, which was all adults, I don't think there was any kids in it. People love that dog. Even though it's a CG, like it's a CG dog, it didn't bother me. I'll say too, like the CG in the movie, like going into it, I was like, this is gonna be rough. There's only one thing in the movie that I think looks bad.
It's
CG.
when Nicolas Cage Superman fights a big spider. Right?
Yes. Even though they hired him to come back, they CG'd it. No, you have actually. They show it in the trailer. It's a little alien baby. It looks because we have not been able to make CG infants look good.
No,
in any stretch of the imagination. Like Rubber Flash. Yeah. So like, but none of the other CG in this movie is Flash bad. Like even the giant kaiju you see him fighting in the trailer does not look bad to me. So you could tell it's a CG monster. It's not a practical thing, but it doesn't look bad.
Gotcha.
One of the biggest, breath size of relief I can put on this movie is like going into it. The big question wasn't could he pull it off? It was, is this movie going to be overstuffed? Are there too many characters? No. I can definitively say, like, walking in and walking out of this movie, this is a Superman movie. There are other characters in it, like Green Lantern, Hawkgirl, and Mr. Terrific, Mr. Terrific, I'll say, of those trio, that dude steals the show every scene he's in this movie. He's awesome.
Okay.
Awesome character. Like, even to pick somebody that I think, like, not many people know who that character is from the comics, people are going to walk out of this and go, that dude's cool.
Let me ask you this. Did you ever get to the point in Arrow where he was in it?
No.
Okay.
Was he in Arrow?
Yes,
I didn't know that.
He's there the last couple seasons because, like, that's my frame of reference for that character.
Okay. You'll like him here.
Okay.
He's good. It's the second thing I'll say about it. It's a James Gunn movie. So if you're somebody that doesn't like James Gunn movies, this isn't going to win you over. It's very much his version of Superman. I will say with that, music wise, like you go watch any of those Guardians movies, he loves to put a ton of music in his movies, like popular music. it's very muted in this movie. There's only 1 or 2 songs of music. Everything else is the score, and that works better, I think, for a Superman movie. Everything else is the score. In terms of performances, nobody's bad here, but I really like this dude as Superman. He's very charismatic. He's probably the closest we have to like getting really closer to like what Christopher Reeve was, but nobody's ever going to be Christopher Reeve like that. Like same as my frame of reference for Batman is like Michael Keaton. Nobody for me will ever top Christopher Reeve. Like that's my Superman. That's who I grew up with. This dude is really good though, man. Like he just embodies the character, but he also feels fresh. He's younger. Right. He's not, like he has been. So when the movie opens, and this isn't a spoiler, they just do a crawl, kind of almost Star Wars like.
Good.
Where it's just like, hey, this is what happened. This birthed this, and then he's been here for 3 decades. He's been Superman for 3 years, and then the movie starts. Perfect. And they just throw you in it. It at times you might feel like, oh, I kind of feel like I'm watching the second Superman movie in a franchise because they don't do the origin. And they throw a lot at you, but it never feels like it's too much. But there are things that aren't explained. Like not to get into spoilers or anything, but there are things that happen that like they might say a sentence or two about something and you just go with it because it's a comic book movie. It is a very comic book Superman. So it feels like a mix of the Silver Age Superman and Christopher Reeve Superman. With all that being said, there is one scene in the movie that does go kind of dark, and that was the one thing I was saying to Eric when he was asking like if his son could watch. I'm like 99% yes. There's one scene with Lex Luthor specifically that goes kind of dark, but it was more of like I was shocked they did what they did because I didn't think they were going to do it. And it kind of was like, you take out for a second. I'm like, oh, I guess it is a PG-13 movie, but it never really feels like that for the rest of it. It does have some surprises and some twists, but they never overstuff it with too many villains or anything like that. Like the villain of this movie is Lex Luthor through and through. And the one character I will say, like, as I was watching the movie, like, okay, like immediately, Superman, he's great. Lois Lane, that chick, great as Lois. She reminds me of Margot Kidder. She's really good as Lois Lane. And they have a very, I will say, like, they have a very good chemistry together where I feel like as much as I like Man of Steel and the Snyder stuff, I never felt like Amy Adams and Henry Cavill had like a chemistry. It just didn't really fit there. Yeah. These people feel like, hey, they're in a romance, and they've only been a couple for 3 months at this point. They reference that several times. The one character when it started, I was like, I don't think this is going to work for me. And as the movie went on, it grew on me to the end. I was like, no, they're actually really good. Is Lex Luthor. As it started, the very first scene of him like talking to these government people in a government building, I guess is the way I will say it. He just comes off as like, it's a higher tone pitch to his voice that I'm not used to for Lex Luthor. And I had a hard time getting around that because I'm like, as he's talking, I'm just kind of like, this doesn't really seem like Lex Luthor. But the more it goes on, the more that his plans are kind of unveiled, and the more you realize like what he's doing. Like he's a pretty like evil Lex Luthor in a way that like what's the last Lex Luthor we had? It was Jesse Eisenberg. Yeah. He was terrible.
He was awful.
So this is a 180 from that. So anything else I can say? I will say like the end, as far as end credit scenes go, you don't have to sit and watch them. It's not, they are not setting anything up. They're just kind of like, think like Avengers or any of the Guardians movies. They're just kind of jokey things. Yeah. There's only one thing in this movie that they do to set up what might be coming. And then there's one other thing with a character that I was telling her after the movie was over. I feel like if you really want to, you can continue with that down the road as another storyline.
Right.
That's as much as I could say without spoiling that. So and I'm talking around things in this movie to not spoil it for you. So, but I'm very interested when after you see it, if you pick out the one thing that I have a problem with in the movie and how you feel about it, because you'll see. I'm curious. So if you see it tomorrow, I need you to text me and tell me because I want to know. But overall for me, as a huge, like, I'm not as big of a Superman fan as obviously Batman, but Superman is big for me. It was an 8 out of 10 for me. Like, I really enjoyed my time with it. It's not perfect. There are some things, there are a lot of jokes. It's a very humorous Superman movie. I will also say, like, Mr. Terrific steals a scene, and also Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner.
I heard he
very, very good.
Yeah.
He's very good. Like, even as we were going in, the movie started, my friend Ross, obviously you and he watched The Rookie. You're very familiar with Nathan Fillion. He rolled his eyes like, oh, Nathan Fillion's in this. By the end of the movie, he's like, hey, he's pretty good in that movie.
Yeah.
So he's very good. There's a thing he does at the end, towards the end of that movie with his Green Lantern powers that you will laugh out loud when you see it, because it's just ridiculous in a very funny way.
I saw a good interview with him about his Green Lantern and like how he's like, if you want like a proper Green Lantern, he's not who you call. But if you want somebody to get the job done, he's who you call.
My favorite interview with him for this movie was when he's like, I got the call from James Gunn, because they've been friends and worked with each other for years. And he said, when he said I was going to be Green Lantern, he said, I'm really excited. And then he told me which Green Lantern I'm going to be and the wig I have to wear. And I wasn't as excited. There's a joke about his hair in the movie that's very funny too. Very funny. So 8 out of 10. It's fun. It brings back like joyful, fun Superman. I mean, and I will say, like, they go so far in this movie. Like, there's two things that I feel like, even though it's been 13 years, are direct course corrections from Man of Steel and the Snyderverse. One, they go very far out of their way in this movie to let you know this Superman does not kill.
He won't kill. Yep.
They go overboard.
No neck snapping.
Overboard. I won't spoil the joke with it, but they go overboard with it. And you'll see, when you see it, you'll laugh. The other thing that they do, insane course correction, Ma and Pa Kent. Perfectly, exactly how you would want them to be. There is a scene with him and Pa Kent. You've seen in the trailer where they're sitting on like the porch. Phenomenal.
Does he tell him to let school kids drown in a bus?
No, he tells him what he should fucking tell his adopted son. Whereas Kevin Costner is like, I don't know if you should save people. You know, there's no dumb tornado scene. There's nothing like that in this movie. So there are little things I can nitpick at, or I can look at something and be like, that's kind of fucking stupid. But overall, it's very fun. Like the best compliment I can give him, this is what I told my fiance when it was over, and she loved it too. Is I said, it feels to me like a mix of those two things, but at the end of the day, when I walk out of it, what it really feels like is I watched a live action version of an episode of the 90s cartoon in the best possible way. So it's awesome. There had to be, I'll mention it briefly, but it's very silly to even say. There was the thing going around earlier this week where people are trying to say it's woke or something like that. Not at all. There's nothing in this movie that would make you think that. It has a very good, the entire message of this movie is human kindness and human decency. And he even has a very good speech about that at the end of the movie, which I thought was very well done. So it's fantastic. So it's fantastic. It doesn't, other than one thing, it doesn't really set up like a huge thing for what's going forward with the DCU. And I don't think that's a problem.
Not time to do it yet.
I think part of it is like making this movie, hey, I don't know if it's going to be successful. Now we know, at least I can tell you today, at the time of this recording, it made $22 million
it's
Thursday
not
previews.
Time to set up the big universal bad until you've got a Batman movie in and a third character. Whoever that's going to be, fine. But you need, until we're 3 entries deep.
Well, we know who that third character is because their movie is next, which is next May.
Which one?
That's Supergirl.
Well, I'm talking about like someone who's not a Superman character. I'm talking about like Superman, Batman, and then X, whoever the third.
Is it Wonder Woman? Is it
Is it Flash? Is it anybody?
I think it's too early to be Flash.
I don't know because if the whole thing's reset, The only one I would argue it's probably too soon to be is Aquaman.
I think it's too soon to do a Flash movie too. For me, I would like to see them go the opposite direction and do Martian Manhunter.
That would be cool too.
That'd be cool.
Because that's never been done.
He's in the Supergirl show, and he's pretty good in that. But
he's in the Snyder Cut.
Wow.
But I mean, they could do that here, and I think people would be down for it.
Yeah.
So,
or do Flash, and we get the TV show guy. No, don't do that.
He's probably too old for it now. What do you think?
He's younger than me. So, I mean, he's fine. But I wouldn't do it anyway. You gotta distance yourself from all the existing stuff.
I will be interested to talk about it after you've seen it, and we can talk spoilers. Maybe even next time we record, if you've seen it by then, we can talk spoilers about it. But it's way too early to do that.
I watched the actual movie of the summer. Unlike someone here, I saw Jurassic Park Rebirth. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think if I said anything clever to you when it was over, other than this movie sucks. Like, it's not good at all.
No, you told me first it sucks, and then you gave me a bullet point breakdown of every reason why.
It is illogical. It is nonsensical. The character motivations are all over the place. People are dumb and then somehow get dumber as the movie goes on.
And then I think maybe a couple days later, I started seeing the memes and asked you, like, what is this Snickers
I'm just going
wrapper?
to tell people what the fuck the Snickers bar is, because it's insane. It's the first 2 minutes of the movie. So once again, the plot of this movie is we need to go get more dinosaurs. We don't have enough dinosaurs.
They need their DNA.
We need more dinosaurs. We specifically need DNA from a land dinosaur, a sea dinosaur, and an air dinosaur. Why? Who the fuck knows? It doesn't make any sense. They're trying to make some kind of like heart medication, which could extend people's lives by 10 years. Wow, big damn fucking deal. I get it. All right. There has to be a motivation. But again, why they specifically need like a land, sea, and air dinosaur, if it was explained, I didn't hear it because it was rolling my eyes too damn hard. So in the beginning, we're on yet another secret island where they're doing yet more dinosaur experiments, like trying to like mutate these things together, right?
Of course.
As they have to check into like the super deadly one, which is the one you see in the trailers and stuff, where it's like a fucked up T-Rex, but it's actually got like human hands or something. It's fucking weird. This guy's eating a Snickers bar, and then he realizes, I got to put my mask down, and he drops his Snickers bar wrapper. And as they're going through the door, there's a shot of the Snickers bar wrapper. And I told my buddy as it was happening, like, am I watching a Final Destination movie right now? Because none of this makes any fucking sense. So they go through this door, and then like wind sucks up the Snickers bar, and it does a little twirl like it's an American Beauty or some shit. And it gets sucked into this door vent, so the door can't close. But the alarm doesn't go off right away. It waits a little bit for them to need to get out of this, like, it's called the D-Rex. Get out of the D-Rex pen, and the guy's banging on the door, and they got to turn the key at the same time to open the gate, and, she doesn't do it because the thing appears behind him and picks him up and fucking eats him. And it's just like, it's like half Final Destination to half horror movie, and I went, here we go. And so there's a lot of problems with the character motivations, and I'm going to spoil a bunch of this movie, but not in, like, a way that truly matters, because it's a Jurassic Park movie. So if you want to know what happens, think about it for 20 minutes and you probably understood the whole
exactly
movie.
Right.
So they make a big deal about her character. Scarlett Johansson's character is like spec ops, special forces, blah, 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 whatever. And this pharmaceutical guy is trying to get her to go to this island to get this DNA. And she's like, no, I'm not doing it. No, I don't want to do it. He goes, what if we paid you a lot of money? Okay, I'm going to do it. Like she's switch flip, done. I'm immediately.
Yeah, fuck it.
10 minutes later, she's at, not even 5 minutes later, she's at the museum recruiting the scientist guy to come help out and help her out and get this and get the DNA. Don't you want to see? Because the plot of the movie, or not the plot, but like a crux of the movie is nobody gives a shit about dinosaurs anymore in this world, which is
sounds about right.
Again, not very logical, because realistically in the universe, it's happening in real time. Dinosaurs have, quote unquote, only been back for 30 years. People would still care about dinosaurs, especially considering they can't be kept in captivity anymore, because we've decided we're going to retcon that whole thing and basically just say the climate, they can't live in the climate unless it's on the equator. So we've it's instantly solved the problem of why aren't there dinosaurs everywhere? Deus Ex Machina, forget about it. We'll move on. So she's immediately doesn't want to go, immediately wants to go. Okay. So she recruits the scientist dude. She goes to this island to get her buddy, not Blade. You know what I'm talking about?
I know.
Mahershala.
Maybe one day he'll be Blade, but probably not.
Blade.
I know who.
And her security guy, and then and they're set off, and then not Blade's two boat people. And they set off this island to tag the Mosasaurus. Cut to family sailing across the ocean for one last family trip before the older daughter goes to college. Oh no. Who they somehow decide, why don't we swim through dinosaur infested waters? We'll be fine on our little sailboat.
Like, to be fair, do they know that ahead of time, or is it just
it's very clear. It is said multiple times in this movie. Every government on the planet, we can't agree on anything, but every government on the planet has agreed, don't fucking go here. Just don't do it.
Okay.
So everyone knows it. We're going to sail right through it. We'll be fine. They get attacked by the big dumb dinosaur in the land. Their boat flips over. The daughter's the daughter's fucking dumbass boyfriend is along for the ride, and he's lazy.
Wonderful.
He's a slob. He sleeps the whole time. He doesn't wear a shirt the whole time. I'm just tired and I don't want to help do the boat. So obviously the dad fucking hates him. And guess what? As an audience viewer, I fucking hated him too. I wanted him dead.
You wanted a pterodactyl to fly down and take him away.
Dead. But he just escapes death throughout the entire movie. And I'll get to it in a minute.
Okay.
But so they flip over, and the other people are on the way to get the thing, and then they get the Mayday call, and they're like, "We gotta go save him. We gotta save him." So they go back and they save him. Pull him on the boat. They go back. They fight the big dinosaur. Scarlet. They need to shoot a syringe into this thing to suck the blood out, and then the thing will shoot off with a parachute, and then they can recover it. It's stated multiple times. To get to the Mosasaurus, they have to shoot from 10 meters away. So she's spec ops, dude. She's got the rifle. She's ready to go. She goes up to the front of the boat. For some reason, instead of having the security guy secure her to the boat, she has the museum guy, who has not been shown to have any weapons training, none of this stuff. He knows he's not told to be like this. She has him help her steady the gun. Of course, that goes horribly wrong. And as a spec ops person, she doesn't really seem to be able to handle a fucking gun.
I was going to say, why would she even need his assistance when she's a spec ops person?
Strapped to the boat. But the security guard guy could have done that because he was doing nothing else. But she also doesn't seem to know how to handle a fucking gun. She gets flipped over on point, flips, shoots the dart on accident. It's like it's real fucking spec ops. Like her character. Like I told my buddy when it was over, they needed a 10-minute establishing scene of her being a badass, and we know she can be because she's Black Widow. We know that for a fact. And B, I needed some kind of establishing thing about maybe she fucking hates dinosaurs, right? I said, what if, because they reference at one point, she's like, this guy I used to be on a team with, he's dead. He's died, and I'm so sad he's dead. What if they had done a 10-minute scene in the beginning where her fucking dude gets killed by a dinosaur on a spec ops mission in the jungle? Bam. Instant credibility, instant motivation for not wanting to go, but then when hearing money, goes.
Wanting to go.
It's just there's no back. Am I supposed to know who all these people are before this starts? Because it seems like it.
Yeah.
All right, long story short, they end up on the fucking island. 2 people are dead by this point, not the dumbass boyfriend. They get separated because the bad guy, it's revealed he's bad because he almost lets the daughter of the family die.
Hell yeah.
He almost lets her die. Basically, she would have if the boyfriend, out of nowhere, jumps in the water to save her, drags her back to the thing, and then the dad's like, wow, you did so great. He's like, whatever, man. I don't care. And then, they try to, have him have, a redeeming arc at one point where he tells his dad, nah, man, I'm real lazy. I don't get it. And it's like, this kid's just a piece of shit. He has no redeeming qualities of any kind. Maybe if at one point he had actually saved the little girl from a dinosaur, or had taken a hit from a dinosaur for somebody, Never happens. You're waiting for it to happen.
No point in the movie. Okay.
I don't know why he's there other than to just like piss me off.
Piss the audience off.
Yeah.
Everything in the movie is convenient for convenience sake. Everything happens just right. We have to be at this point in the island by this specific time or we won't make it off. Everybody makes it there at that specific time. Wow, that's weird.
Of course.
There's a hidden temple on this island that just so happens that you see this in the trailer. So big deal. Where like the pterodactyl thing, which is a mutant thing.
It's the thing they're scaling up,
has
right?
its nest, yeah. Just so happens to be a fucking hidden temple on this island. And they somehow think, man, we have to scale down, we have to rappel down this mountain to get in there. It's like, yeah, but how did they build it into the wall?
Who built this? Yeah, exactly.
They would have had to have had another way in to get in and out of it, other than climbing up and down a wall. And of course, right after it's needed, I'll check out this fucking staircase. It's right here. And these guys, they somehow, two people somehow run down this staircase, which is probably 300 feet in the air, in the same time that it takes for the scientist dude to fucking fall out of the thing, hit multiple branches on his way down, and land in the water, and he's perfectly fine. And not only is he perfectly fine, his glasses stay on perfect.
Hell
that happens twice. His glasses never move. His glasses are made out of stuff they could build planes out of because it would never fucking break.
Awesome.
There's also an insane thing where like the family gets separated and they want to go down this river and there's a sleeping T-Rex next to the thing and the girl decides, I'm going to make as much fucking noise as I can next to the T-Rex.
Yes.
And not only that, but when she opens this raft and it makes this huge fucking noise, it like pops up and then it falls over and he's gone. Where'd the T-Rex go? He must be the quietest thing in fucking existence because he didn't make a single sound standing up and walking away. And then this
movie sounds amazing.
It's just everything about it.
It's 6.2.
That's
on
too
IMDb.
high. That's twice as high. That seems high. Because everything in this movie doesn't make sense. This T-Rex steps on this raft, bites this raft, rips it apart, doesn't puncture at all. It's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. Build everything out of whatever you built this raft out of. It can't be punctured. It's crazy. And then, of course, the T-Rex just misses all of them. Can't figure it out. It's just everything. And then they get to the end, and it's like somehow flashlight. They make it clear that nobody's been here in years. I want to say it's been like a decade or whatever. Flashlights still work just fine. Batteries, no problem. Batteries, gas, it's all fine.
It's set after the events of these previous three movies.
It is set in 2025.
It is set in 2025.
Oh,
is there any reference to the previous movies? Like, do they don't reference any of those characters? Like even Chris Pratt?
Nope. Nobody. Okay. The one guy, the scientist guy, learned from Dr. Grant. He says at one point. That's it.
But they don't even talk about like the clone girl or anything of that bullshit.
Characters of any kind.
Interesting.
The whole movie. It's just I told you, it's like I was rolling my eyes the whole time. The CG, 50-50 shit and okay. But there are some parts where it looks terrible. They're standing on top of that mountain, and it's like a shot over the mountain. It looks awful.
It's ridiculous because you go back and watch that original movie, and that still looks great today.
The original movie is still a classic.
Phenomenal.
This movie is trash.
Phenomenal.
What was the other problem I had? There was another thing I hated too. There's so many.
And I recently watched Dominion just because I was like, I guess I should probably see that one, and that movie sucks.
It's just bad.
I can't imagine this is any better.
The dinosaurs somehow learn how to use their hands. Like they lift up a grate and go in this thing. They follow these kids around. They make dumb decisions all the time. They're in a grocery store. They're literally in a grocery store, hiding behind something, and they make the smart decision of throw something across the store so it makes a noise over there.
They have to do that in every one of these movies. But that's fine. Because they have to harken back to that original
But that's
scene.
fine. So they do that once, right? But then they have to get through this grate in the floor. They could have done it again. They choose not to. They let the thing come up close to them. They also, for some reason, choose to leave a flashlight behind when they had no reason to. They could have easily taken it with them. And the final thing. This is the final thing, final spoiler of the movie. Mahershala, he's divorced from his wife because his son died at some point. They talk about it. Okay. It's a picture of his son. He takes off the boat after it crashes, whatever. At the end, they're on the pier, and the big-ass dinosaur, which is big enough to eat a helicopter hanging out next to him. Can't hear it. But the little girl's in the middle, and like it's clear the thing is going to eat her. When it has all these other things to choose from, it's going to eat her. So the dude decides to sacrifice himself. Lights a flare. Okay. He's like, oh, you get to the boat, I'm going to run. And he runs off. Yeah, I'm going to do it because my son died, so I'm going to save somebody else's kid.
I'm never going to be Blade, but I might as well do this.
So he runs off. They get in the boat. He runs off. He's literally like in the water, back against a tree. The D-Rex is in his face. And then they cut back to the boat, and the flare goes out. So he did it. He saved him. And as they're leaving, they're so sad until another flare goes off.
Oh, fuck.
And there he is. He's did it. He's walking through the water out towards them, and they turn around and go pick him up, and everybody's happy. Where did the big fucking dinosaur that's big enough to eat a helicopter
And
go?
they don't explain that.
Nope. If he saw the flare the first time to chase him, he didn't see the second flare he lit off. Where did it go? It was in his face. Also, when people die,
I just want you to know, I can't wait to see this movie.
I mean, go for it. You should, just because it's mind-numbing.
I mean, I've said before, and I've told you, like, we were probably going to go see Superman again at the drive-in, and that's probably going to be the other fucking.
Love it. I love it. Everybody, you know what? Everybody needs to see it. And don't worry, it made enough money.
You're getting another one. Yeah, like that's. It's like Scarlett Johansson and not Blade.
Mahershala,
they're better actors than this.
They're just
right.
I
like
needed
she made
a reason
so
to
much money
care.
off of this, though.
I needed a reason to care, and I don't.
It doesn't take much.
The only character I liked for the most part was the scientist guy, because he's the guy who's there to be like, you know what, man, we probably shouldn't have fucking brought dinosaurs back.
Yeah,
we fucked up. And you know what I said? I said this movie went the other way, right? Where it said dinosaurs can't exist in nature. So they're only on this equator. So everybody else in the world, you're fine. Dinosaurs can't come here. What if the movie instead was, we fucked up so hard, dinosaurs are everywhere, and we're fucked? And it's something about having to get the world back from them. That seemed like what the point of where we were going was.
I thought that was the point of why they were starting to call them Jurassic World.
Right.
And then after what happened at the end of the second one of those, that's kind of how they left
now
it.
It's Jurassic.
It was like, oh, it seems like we're just going to live with dinosaurs everywhere.
Now it's Jurassic within 100 miles of the equator. That's what it should be called.
That's a bad way to write it.
It should have been dinosaurs took over and we need to get the world back. We've gone completely the other way. We're back to collecting
too new and original
more dinosaurs.
And it's too much. It's too easy for them to just be like, well, here's another bullshit island.
Yes. One we never talked about before, where like one of the things that they made is a fucked up two-headed dinosaur.
And guess what? In 3 years, there's going to be another bullshit island.
Because there always was, man. Everything's
and Scarlett Johansson will be back.
That one's going to be on Epstein's island. You want to see the dinosaurs that came from there? It's going to be great.
Nobody does.
Also, final thing: people die in this movie and are forgotten 5 minutes later. Amazing. They watch a man get eaten by the giant flying one. Later, bro. Appreciate it.
I just like, well, he's dead.
Movie ends terribly, and there's no end credits things too. Like it's over.